Windows User Tip 17. This is going to be a next step in regards to the Google Drive folder sharing technique that I showed in previous video. So I'm going to go to computer number 3 over here. I pointed out before that in creating that new profile, it offered to create an icon on the desktop. So if I click this icon, it's going to launch Google Chrome with me signed in to that Doug at Yahoo profile. If I click instead on this Google Chrome that I have on the taskbar or any other place that I might have Google Chrome without a profile specific designation, then Google Chrome doesn't know which profile I want. So it gives me a chance to choose which one. I'm going to choose this Doug at Yahoo profile. And for the purposes of this demonstration, I'm going to pretend that Doug at Yahoo is you, and that you want to share some pictures with your mother or your grandmother. You want a way to easily be able to share pictures or perhaps some other files with somebody else in a way that is convenient to that somebody else, because you know if you start talking to them about zip files or cloud storage or things like that, that their eyes are going to glaze over and it's not going to be a fun experience. I'm going to try to make this an enjoyable experience for the person on the other end of your communication who might not be as computer literate. So I'm going to go into this Doug at Yahoo. Remember, this is using my Yahoo email address, not a Gmail address. That point is irrelevant to this technique. This is just a technique for sharing files that are perhaps too large or too many of them, or just inconvenient to send as email attachments. So I'm going to come to this tic-tac-toe icon. I think in the last video I called it checkerboard. Whatever. I think tic-tac-toe is more likely because it's got three rows, 3 columns, right? Does it matter? No. Going to Google Drive. So here's that folder I created last time that I talked about, Doug YouTuber. I don't think I realized it when I first created that the doubling of the word you, but also that doesn't matter. So here I've got this folder called Pictures for Mom. I'm pretending to be you now. So you have created this folder in your Google Drive called Pictures for Mom. Inside this folder, you have some pictures that you want to share with Mom. Obviously, this is pictures from my family. Now, you periodically intend to put more pictures into this folder. When you do that, do you want to have to launch Google Chrome, go to the tic-tac-toe menu, go into the folder? Or would you like a quicker, easier method? So several ways we can do this. I'm going to use this method up here. I'm going to click in the address bar. It highlights that entire address. You probably already know Control-C for copy. So I'm pressing Control-C to copy that. Now I'm going to close this browser because I'm done with it. And then I'll right-click on the desktop, choose New, and choose Shortcut. And here it's asking for the location of the item. So the location of the item in this case is not a folder on my computer. It's a URL. It's a website address. It's the website address of this shared Google folder. So press Control-V to paste that. Then click Next. What would be an appropriate name for this shortcut? How about Pictures for Mom? You can call it anything you want to here. This is the way it's going to show up on your Windows desktop. And here we see it in the background. Right here, this new shortcut. It doesn't have the new name yet, so I'll click Finish. So there it has the new name. So now if I want to add more pictures to it or take pictures out, whatever I want to do, I can just double click on it. And as long as Google Chrome is able to log into my Google Chrome profile, it just goes straight here. Now I can drag other files, other pictures into this folder, and boom, they're just there. And consequently, after you do this next step, boom, they're on Mom's computer as well. So we're going to simulate sending this to Mom. Now this piece that we're about to do, you do only once. Never has to be done again. So I'll come to this Pictures from Mom folder, single left click on it, right click, and then choose Share. And then I'll put in your mom's email address, Doug@DougBetts.com, right? That's your mom's email address. I'm sure it is. And then do we want her to be able to just view, or do we want to change? Probably not commenter, because she's probably not going to want to put comments onto pictures. Editor would mean that she could delete or add files to that folder. Maybe that's a thing. Maybe it's some other relative who is enough computer literate that they know how to find how to get the pictures from their cell phone onto their computer and then drag them into this folder. And this folder could be shared with the whole family, so that when you add another photo to this folder, everybody that you've already shared the folder with automatically gets that picture or document or whatever it may be without even sending them an email. So I'm going to change this to editor is what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to save that because I have pending changes right here. It tells me I have pending changes. Now I already had the Doug@DougBetts here, so it thinks that I'm changing this rather than just adding. In yesterday's video, or 2 days ago I think it was now, I showed how we add this person as the first time around. So then click to save that. So that'll send an email to that person. So let's get over here onto Mom's computer. So here's that email. Now, it actually didn't send an email this time, remember, because I was just changing the rights on that, so it didn't send a fresh email. This is the email that was sent the last time when I first created this shared folder. So, but here is the same email, and this is the way it's going to look to your mom the first time you send it over. But I think maybe you're going to do this piece yourself, or you might talk her through it. So when we scroll down here, we see this folder here. Now, in the last video that I did on the subject, I showed clicking on this to open that folder. And yes, that would work. But we want to give Mom an easier way to do this. So the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to move the mouse up here into the top title bar of Google Chrome in the blank area. I'm not doing it actually on one of the tabs because I want to see the desktop area in addition to this email. Now what I'm going to do is just drag that icon, that open icon, out here onto the desktop. And see there it has a shortcut arrow. Right underneath my mouse arrow, there's that little curved shortcut arrow. That means we're about to create a shortcut on the desktop. I let go of the mouse button, and here's a Google Chrome just with the word open. Well, that's not very informative, so let's change the word open. If I just single click on that icon, it now highlights the name of that icon. And shall we call it Pictures from Son or Family Pictures? It doesn't have to say Pictures for Mom. It doesn't have to have the same name as the shortcut on your computer. So maybe Family Pictures. That might be more sensible for Mom's computer. Family Pictures, and press Enter. And that changes that name right there. I'm going to go ahead and close Google Chrome because I don't need that anymore. Now Mom has this on her computer all the time. You're on the phone with Mom and you say, hey Mom, I sent new pictures. Go take a look. So she knows to click on this icon on her desktop, Family Pictures. And it takes her straight into the folder with those pictures, but wait a minute, they don't look the same. So we need to click on this icon right up here to change the display of the pictures to grid view. If we're actually dealing with pictures, maybe we're dealing with documents. In that case, this view is better. So we change to grid view and we see the actual pictures. We click this button again and we get back to the list view. Let's see if I float the mouse over the, yeah, they call it list view here. Now, if I close this window while it's in the grid view and then go double click on this icon again, it should come right back into the grid view. So mom or whatever family member, if they've been given the rights to edit this folder, they could add more pictures, take pictures away, change the names of the pictures. See, this has the names that my cell phone assigned to those pictures. I could right click on those on one of those names and choose rename right here and type in a more appropriate name. So whoever in your family is going to do that task gets to do that for everybody, because once that name gets changed here, it's changed on the others. So let's demonstrate that. So this is the one that's got my daughter and my grandson and myself standing in front of the tail of my Cessna 172. I don't have it anymore. I gave up flying a few years ago. Click rename here and change this to, let's see, Braden at airplane. That could have been more creative of a name. Now, what happened? It's gone, right? No, it resorted these pictures into alphabetical order. And these are all numbered pictures, and the letter B comes after numbers. So that moved to the end. Up here, we see that these are sorted by name. If I click on this, I can sort by some other designation, perhaps last modified or modified by me, and then we're on the name setting right now. If you like things arranged by date, then you should change those files so that they have a date name, such as 2021, and then maybe 2 digits for the month, like 06, and 2 digits for the day, which would be 30 for today. Those pictures were taken a few years ago. You see me with shaved head. So let's go back to computer number 3 and see what happened to that picture. If I go into pictures for mom, did it change the name of that picture? And here it is right here. So you could have multiple family members that have received a sharing for this same folder, and they could all have that icon on the desktop. So it's just quick and easy to get into. All they have to make this work is a Google account. They do have to have a Google Chrome signed into a Google account so that Google knows that they have rights to see that. So I think that'll do it for today. I hope that was useful. Have a great day. Catch you later. Goodbye.